Alright, here we are back for a week 4 predictions video, joined with a Giants user eFly. How's it going, bro?
Yo,
First predictions video of this season. We're trying to get more consistent about those. Super busy with the new baby and things like that, but we're going to try to make sure we do one of these every week. Um, if you have any questions or concerns, if you believe people are breaking rules or you know people are breaking rules because we had some issues with that last week, make sure you're messaging one of the commissioners. That's myself, Jason. I'm the Jaguars user. Dean, he's the Packers user. Dwayne, he's the Cowboys user. Leslie, he's the Browns user. Savon, he's the Dolphins user, and Peso, he's the Lions user. Um, like I said, if your games are supposed to be streamed, make sure you're streaming that. It should be games of the week and divisional games. I post those every week in the main chat. Make sure you're not using custom playbooks. The Chiefs user actually was removed for a few different reasons, but one of the main ones was he was using a custom playbook in one of our games. We said that we weren't going to do that. We've said that for a long time. Make sure that you're up to date on all the rules so that you shouldn't have to be asking questions. You should be reading all the rules, especially this season. We had a few new different guys hop in and stuff like that. Make sure y'all are on that shit, man. Um, we're going to do our normal thing, players of the week, do some predictions. We're going to go over some team stats as well. Just should be really good stuff. We're going to start off with the weekly awards. We'll start off with the AFC side. I was really surprised that Jordan Love didn't get this award from the stat line he had, but Tua Tagovailoa took it for the Dolphins. 31 passing, 433 yards, 5 passing touchdowns. He did turn the ball over once with an interception. AFC Defensive Player of the Week, rookie Andre Cisco, the free safety for the Jaguars, had 5 tackles and 3 interceptions. Really dominated the field in that game versus the Titans. All right, what about the NFC side?
yeah. I was actually surprised Barkley didn't get the offensive award as well. But Jefferson went for 9 receptions, 292 receiving yards, an average 32.5 receiving average. He had 4 touchdowns. And then for the defensive side, we had the new acquirement to the Giants, Kendall Fuller, 2 tackles and 3 interceptions. Played really good.
Yeah, really good trade. Whoever your GM was that recommended you make that trade, really good heads up by him.
As a friend.
Yeah. All right. Let's see here. Let's get over to these team stats. Um, 1 second. I'm having trouble loading it up. All right. Let's start off with the offensive team stats. Just showing some guys that are doing well through the first couple weeks of the season. Total offensive yards. Dolphins are leading the way, followed by the Raiders and Packers. Passing yards. Dolphins, Packers, Bills all look really good, and rushing yards is the Giants with 553. Titans, and then the Seahawks. Also, the Cowboys tied at 519, but I believe he's played 4 games. Yeah, he has.
And the
Uh,
Cardinals have 518. But yeah.
yeah, they did 1 yard behind. All right, what about the defensive awards?
Defense. So total yards allowed. Less. Saints have allowed only 708 yards so far. Followed by Wow Buccaneers with 737.
He's a
And
surprise team,
Football
man.
Team. Yeah. He's finally stepping his game up. He's more active. Passing or okay. Oh, sorry, my bad. Total yards allowed. Same person last year, I think. Panthers, right? Or was that me?
Yeah, yeah, it was you and the Panthers were both neck and neck in yards allowed.
Okay. And then Colts, which is sort of like obvious, and then like Patriots.
He's played very well though. One of his losses, he lost very close to Savon, and then he had a puzzling loss the next week where he got blown out by the Texans.
The Colts.
No, the Patriots.
Oh, okay. I was about to say. Um, yeah. So the least amount of passing yards allowed are the Bears, followed by the Browns, which is kind of a surprise to me. No offense, Leslie. And then Jimmy the Saints. Most passing yards allowed: Panthers, Cowboys, Patriots. Um, okay. Least amount of rushing yards allowed. Wow,
Whew,
that's pretty good.
wow.
Buccaneers hit 117. Wow. And then Cowboys was
That's
153.
super impressive. Through 4 games, only 153.
Well, he didn't play this week. Like,
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. He already played the
hurt?
Panthers.
Yeah.
Yep. He only allowed 1 rushing yard to Christian McCaffrey. It was
Okay.
only on 4 carries, but
And he's 3-0. Wow, I see that. Okay. Points allowed. Least amount of points allowed. Bucks with 37. Falcons and Saints tied with 47. Okay, wow. NFC South doing really good. Defensive side of the ball. Most points allowed are the Eagles with 131, and then Vikings 122, Cowboys 113. Quick sacks, Saints leading with 9, Cardinals tied with 9. Fumbles recovery, Eagles 4, and interceptions, Dolphins 11.
I want to note the Colts, the only team in the league to get not have an interception, but even crazier, the Broncos, the only team in the league, usually a very stout defensive user, has 0 sacks, which is a little ridiculous.
Wow. The Texans have 1. J.J. Watt playing.
Yeah, it's probably not even by Watt. Uh, just going to run through some of these other ones real fast. Third down percentage is a big one for me. It's something I believe breeds success for your football team. The Dolphins lead the way with 66%, Ravens 61%, Packers 57%, worst team in the league, the Vikings at 21%. Bengals and Steelers also down there. Very surprising. Quick 2-1, but real shit percentage there. A lot of teams real low. There's a whole bunch of teams at under 40%. The red zone efficiency. 3 teams have been in the red zone and scored every single time. That is the Cardinals, the Bengals, and the Jaguars, all at 100%. Bengals only gotten there 3 times as well. Cardinals gotten there 11 times, scored all 11 times. Worst team in the red zone is the Browns. Have only gotten there 4 times, only scored twice. Least amount of attempts is the Bengals, was only 3 times in the red zone all season. Defensive red zone percentage. If you get in the red zone on the Chiefs, you're only scoring 57% of the time. That's not good numbers. Bucks as well, 57%. If you get in the red zone on the Rams, Cowboys, or Colts, you're scoring every single time. They're all at 100%. And turnover differential, the most important stat in the entire game for team-wise. Eagles at -9, worst of the league. Texans at +10, despite only the 1-2 record. So really good stuff there. Let's get into these predictions. I'm definitely excited to hear your opinion on them and get mine out there as well. Had some big shocks last week. We're going to see how some teams rebound, so on and so forth. One game has been played so far. That is Carolina versus the Cowboys. This is Dwayne and his nephew, so I know this game took it personal. It was really surprising to me that Dwayne had 0 turnovers versus Jimmy in a game like a week or 2 ago, and he had 4 in this game. He played abysmal. You see, the Panthers had 1 rushing yard, only 129 passing yards. Had
Oh, you said Dwayne allowed it. I thought you meant
Yeah, no, it was
about
Dwayne.
Bucks.
No. You see 1 third down conversion by the Panthers. He played abysmal, so you're looking at the stat line trying to figure out how he won the game. Trevor Lawrence, pedestrian numbers. Zeke Elliott went over 140 yards.
Maybe
But then,
defense.
yeah, defense, as we got to get there. He had 1, 2, 3, 4 picks, and 2 of them were pick sixes. So his defense scored 14 points. His offense only scored 7.
0 sacks.
Yep, it is. Defense kind of carried the way there for him. Looks like the interceptions. Dwayne has always had that turnover bug, and I thought he was going to kick it this season. It looks like it's marred him again.
Dante Jackson's fast. I hit him
Yeah.
to try to get Dante Jackson.
Yeah, yeah, he's got like 95 speed or something like that, or something stupid. It's ridiculous. Let's get into the predictions. 2 games of the week this week are going to be the Cardinals at the Texans, and definitely the where's the other one? I missed it. It was a lot better game. It was the Redskins versus the Bears. Both these teams 2-1 playoff teams last year. A lot of good games of in-division rivalries as well. All right, so we're going to start off with the Patriots at the Falcons. Patriots are 1-2. Falcons are 2-1, I believe. It just updated Daddy Leagues. Let me check. This new Falcons user seems to be playing pretty well, though he did take a forced loss last week to Jimmy, so we don't really know his true talent. They say your talent is evaluated when you play the best people and the worst people in the league. That's how you see how good you really are. They're both 1-2, excuse me. So it's going to be an interesting game here. The Patriots were the Panthers the last 2 seasons of last Madden, and he played decently well down the stretch there, despite not making the playoffs. So we know he has some potential. Falcons user had a lot of hype coming in from people hyped him up, but I haven't really seen it thus far.
I just want to add, I'm the only one that hyped him up.
Oh,
But
you hyped
in
him up.
since last Madden, I've never been able to beat him. Um, this one league we're in, I have the Ravens and he's the Steelers right now, and I just can't beat him. I don't know.
You said you have the Ravens and you can't beat him?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm not even gonna touch on that one. I'll let you hit this off since it's your baby you've hyped up here. Who you got to win this game?
I mean, if it gets scheduled, I got Falcons winning like by 21 points maybe.
I think that's a decent prediction. Patriots is very inconsistent for me. He only lost by like 8 to
Yeah.
Savon,
Was
but
he the
then
Panthers last? He was the Panthers last
yeah, it was the
season.
Panthers last time. And he got blown out by 29 by the Texans. Um, I think I'm going to take the Falcons to win this game. They should, and they're home. They just have better weapons, just a better overall team. Justin Fields is going to do great things for New England, but not in year one, I think. Um, so I'm going to agree with you on that one. Chiefs and Bengals. Chiefs are going to be. We already have a user for them. His name is Sion. He played his last game for the 49ers, and he won over the Panthers um, in that game.
Wait, what?
So we have a Chiefs user. He was playing for Gavin, right? Who's the
So you got
49ers user? No. Gavin had this guy replace him while he wasn't in town. Do you see what I'm saying?
so this is Gavin's friend.
This is Gavin's friend. This is going to be the one that's taking over for the Chiefs. Gavin's going to have his 49ers back whenever he gets back. Hopefully that's sometime soon. But nonetheless, haven't really seen this guy play at all, the Chiefs user. We know what Quick is about. We know he plays good. I think he's definitely going to have to get that offense moving more. He's got a lot of yards he's putting up, but just, what'd you
Plays
say?
alright. He plays alright. He doesn't play good. He plays alright.
Wow, real hate talk there. I think Quick is a decent user. I think that I don't want to stand on a soapbox about this, but I think that we have found out he wasn't as good as the Bills team built around him made him look last year. Um,
I said it myself. Don't believe me.
Especially offensively, I think that he has some hurdles he needs to jump. Um, and defensively, he's got to figure himself out. You can't just run man all game. So I think that Quick is going to win this game. Just because I know he's a decent user, and I don't know about the other guy. I don't really know by how much though. Um, that's my prediction on. It's real hard to figure that one out. What about you?
I mean, I got Quick winning by like 17 points or something. I feel like this new guy come in, especially if he's Gavin's friend. Yeah, it's probably gonna take time getting used to the Chiefs. I mean, they're a well built team already, but I got Quack winning this one by like 17 or more.
All right. Next is one of our games of the week. We have the Cardinals versus the Texans. Cardinals are 3-0. Texans 1-2. I kind of didn't really know what to pick for this one. I almost picked Rams and Titans, but Cardinals is playing good. I definitely would like to see him play more. I think I face off with him next week, actually. Texans are leading the turnover differential, so it'll be interesting to see if he can force the ball out of Arizona's hands. The Cardinals last Madden really lived and died by the run with Kylan Hill, and he doesn't have that back so far this year. He's got Damian Williams and Kenyon Drake, which they're okay, but they're not a Kylan Hill type back. So he's had to pass the ball more. Luckily, he's got DeAndre Hopkins to do that. So he's playing pretty good. I played another league with Rob, I believe, and he's doing pretty good in that league as well. So I'm going to take the Cardinals to win this game. They're going to limit the Texans on offense, and he's going to win this game by 14 to 20 points on the road. Stay undefeated.
I think I played Rob last season. I'm not sure, but I got Rob winning this one by 10 points or more.
I like it.
I want to say 28-17.
Good pick. Next, we have the Packers versus the Vikings. The Pack are 2-1. Dean definitely looking to rebound with this team after the bad start last year. Vikings might be the worst offensive team in the league. His entire offense goes through Dalvin Cook. If you notice, like his receiving stats I was looking at earlier, Cook has 16 catches. None of his wide receivers have more than 4 catches on the season. So he really kind of focuses with him. He's 0-3. Definitely needs to get things rolling. I think he'll play better this week. Dean can be a little susceptible to the run game as well. I think that if he had a weakness on defense, that's probably it. Um, but Dean's a significantly better user, and for that, I'm going to take the Packers to win this game.
Um, Dean is known for being upset a lot by
Yeah, he is.
fans.
He is. What do they call it? Wreckers or checkers, man. He's really good or really bad.
I think Vikings beat him once last season, right?
Maybe. I can't remember.
Maybe
I,
I don't
I
know.
think so. I think you're right. I'm remembering that now. I think so.
I think Kirk is gonna watch this video while drinking his henny, and he is gonna change the offensive game up and beat Dean by 3 points.
Wow, that is a out of the park prediction there. It would certainly cause some chaos, especially in the Packers locker room there. Next, we have the Steelers and Colts. I feel like these guys play all the time. Both guys are 0-3, looking for their first win on the season. Um, both of them just traditionally not very good offensively, solid defensive users. I would say uh, that Delvin, the Steelers user, is a little worse on offense and a little better on defense. So these two always play real close. It's a really tough game to predict, honestly. I think that I'm going to pick Touche to win this game, the Colts, because he controls the football. He runs almost every down. So does the Steelers, but the Colts have more weapons, better players, things like that, and I think that's going to come in handy on offense.
Is he playing Jonathan Taylor? Is that a starting back?
If it's not, it should be. I believe it is his starting running back, though. I believe so.
Right,
I Because I want to say he let Marlon Mack walk in the offseason.
I think so. Yeah, I think I played against Marlon Mack. Anyway, I got Colts winning this one. I think they have good weapons. I think Philip Rivers is still on the ball. I don't know.
Nope, Jacoby Brissett. He signed Brissett long term, actually.
Yeah, Brissett I think is a better quarterback in Madden. I mean, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, he's a better Madden quarterback than in real life for sure.
But yeah, I got Colts winning this one by maybe like either he wins by 21 or he wins by 10 points.
I think nobody scores 21 points in this game. I would say my predictions: Colts win this game 13-10 or something. These are both very very slow offense and solid defensive users.
It could be a shootout.
That would be
Go
that
like
would be.
40-40.
Sometimes I like to pick games of the week that I think would just be great games. You know what I mean? Um,
I feel like
not
this is like a low key like underdog game of the week right
Oh
here.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I like to pick games I think would be great games, not just the best teams. You know what I mean? This one, I don't know if Touche or if Delvin are get a chance to watch the video, but if you do, I would love to see this game streamed. Definitely.
Yeah.
Uh, we have two massive games as far as predictions wise and decent users and things like that. This one being one of them, Bucks and Saints, both 3-0. We are about to find out how real Jameson and these Bucks are. He has lots of weapons. Jimmy is consistent always. I think his defense, what I thought was elite last year, has looked a little subpar through the first few weeks of the season. I think he gave up 30 to Dwayne a few weeks ago. Um, I mean, obviously I'm going to pick the Saints to win the game. It's just by question of how much. I think that I'm going to pick the Saints to win 31-21, something around there. 24-14, something along those lines.
I don't know. Buccaneers. Looking at his stats, he stepped up his game. I think me like talking to him a lot. You know,
Talking shit, you mean?
yeah. Like I think I like encouraged him to get better or something. I don't know. I hit Twitch or something. I don't know. But I think I always bet on Jimmy, and I feel bad. He's a little kid. But I'm take the Bucks to win this one by
I
3 points.
I think the reason that Jimmy wins this game more than anything else is it is hard playing against a team that throws the football to the running back a ton. Like it is,
Yeah,
especially when you have a back like
I hate
Alvin
that.
Kamara, it is
Yeah,
extremely difficult because you can't put man coverage on him, right? You can't just cover him with your linebacker the whole game because then the middle of the field will be open. So you almost are regulated to running hard flats the whole game. You know what I mean? You have to put your corners down so that he cannot beat you, like on these little swing passes and stuff like that. It's really, really difficult to stop. Um,
and then you got Michael Thomas to worry
and you've
about.
still got other weapons downfield that can hurt you. I think that his offense isn't too particularly crazy, but it's difficult. You know what I mean? It's difficult. And so I think the Saints will take this game.
I say Taysom Hill gets 2 touchdowns this game.
That would be interesting, as Taysom Hill is probably a little upset. He was almost traded a few weeks ago.
I
Uh,
think he gets 2 touchdowns this game.
Next, we have the Chargers, 0-3 versus the 1-2 Giants. I feel like the Giants had a fire lit under their ass last week. They came out firing over the Eagles. I wanted to say they won like 52-24 or something. What was it? 56-24. Um,
Yeah,
Definitely, they traded away a few pieces to get Kendall Fuller here, and that is a big deal, as we saw after one game. I've played Los Angeles this season. This 0-3 record does not support how good he really is. Um, he plays excellent defense, very, very good defense, and he can control the football. He doesn't like turn the ball over downfield very often. You kind of just have to stop him because you're not really going to get turnovers. Um, I think the Giants win the game because I think he's a little better offensively. I think you're a little better offensively than he is, but man, it's going to be a close one, and you cannot afford turnovers in a game like this because he will
yeah.
milk the clock on you.
I Barkley's just getting the ball. Just,
I had a lot of success with Kareem Hunt running the football. I didn't
yeah,
run for more than like 100 yards, but it was 4 to 5 yards at a time almost every carry.
them stretch plays are deadly. That's like my new inside zone.
I'm halfback dive is my favorite run play in the entire game
Oh,
because
I love that using that in
if
the
you have a
fourth quarter.
power back, bro, it's guaranteed 4 yards almost every time. Um,
Yeah, because they like, yeah, like you said, they throw themselves forward.
yeah, I think power backs really just are ridiculously impressive in this Madden, just because they fall forward so often. Playing against Derrick Henry is the worst thing in the world. I don't know how I won that game last week. Um, you got to put conservative tackle when you play power back. If I ever have to play Saquon, it's going to be conservative tackle. You know what I mean? You got to make those coaching adjustments to win games like this. So I guess you're
Yeah,
taking yourself though.
yeah, I gotta take myself. I feel really good playing with Kendall Fuller now. I mean, he got 3 interceptions, and those 3 interceptions came in the first quarter alone.
Yeah, you got
Um,
some decent defensive backs now. You still got James Bradbury and Jabril Peppers too, right?
yeah, I moved Jabril Peppers as safety.
Well, yeah,
I
that's
had
good. That's where you should play.
I picked up I think Maurice Alexander or something like that.
Hmm.
Like said he was in free agency like week 1. I just picked him up. He was 79 overall. Like 26 or something, 27.
Hmm.
Okay.
So
But
you got
yeah,
some better defenders. Looks like.
yeah. I talked to old buddy of mine, helped me out.
Hmm.
But yeah, I got Giants winning this game. By maybe like 10 points. I invited this guy into the league. I played him in like one league, Pesos League or whatever, Pesos League
Hmm.
last Madden. He's a pretty good user. We had a close game. But yeah, um, I think I'll beat him.
Next, we got the 49ers versus the Seahawks. Not really sure what's going with this Niners situation right now because the guy who's currently the user in the game for the Niners is going to be the Chiefs user. And so I
It was
think that
actually
Ratchet, yeah, it's Scion,
this is insane. By the way, insane.
Saiyan, whatever. Saiyan Prince is his name in the chat. Regardless of however this was played, Sosa is playing super well. He was the Vikings user at the start of not the start of last Madden, but the like halfway through after the original guy left. It was Dylan's little brother. I can't remember his name, but and he always played me tough. He never won, but he played me tough every time. It was he really knows how to play the game. He has a good understanding of it. He controls the football, man. And he plays solid defense. He gave the Rams fits in the end of the season last year. So if this game's played as is, I'm going to take the Seahawks to win by a few scores.
Um, I don't know. Whoever family member is playing, Gavin, either if it's Ratchet or Drop playing for him. I don't. I think I got Seahawks winning this game. He's a fairly decent user. You know, he's consistent.
I like it. Next, we got the Eagles and the Broncos. Eagles tend to get the turnover bug. He's one of those teams that turns the ball over a lot, and you're not going to be able to do that against the Broncos.
Eagles.
Yeah, the Eagles. Broncos
Yeah,
are
he
one and
turned the
two.
ball over 9 times against me last week.
Yeah, yeah. He's got to get that figured out. I think one thing is he needs to run the football more. Um, that being said, Broncos are 1 and 2, but he's played Savon Antoine already, so that can be said about that. He went 12-4 last year, I believe. He's one of the better users in this league. He never went to a bowl last year, but he went to like 6 conference championship games with 2 different teams, like or something like that. It was ridiculous. He plays very well. I think he's gonna win this game. He is one of those guys, and I had a good conversation with him today. He doesn't play for stats, man. He doesn't care who he's getting the football to. He plays for the win. You know what I mean? He's not trying to get awards for people. He just wants to win the game. And I think honestly, that a lot of us in Madden get caught up with getting the ball to certain people or getting the certain amount of stats for people. You know what I mean? And it can cost you games sometimes. That being said, I'm going to take the Broncos to win this game. I think he's going to dominate on both sides of the ball. I would just expect, he doesn't beat people by 50 because he doesn't run his offense like that. But I would expect him to dominate this game, 31-7 or something.
Yeah, I got Broncos winning by a lot. I'm just pissed off my game last week against the Eagles. If he plays anything like he did against me, he's gonna get blown out.
Hmm.
Nine turnovers leads to a.
Yeah,
If you
that
win
is
with 9 turnovers, then
the
yeah,
most. I think the most I've ever seen in this league was 7. I want to say Dwayne won a game versus the Eagles last Madden with 7 turnovers. Um, I've never seen anything like that before in my life. Uh, Next we have the Bills and the Dolphins. Bills won 1-1.
didn't
What was it?
Savon put like 90 points on Lizard last man?
74. He beat him 74-7.
Okay.
I believe it was the Bengals. It was a lot. I don't think he scored much in the second half. Speaking of Savon, he's 3-0, playing the 1-1 Bills. Uh, I played Buffalo week 1. He can really play. We know what Drop can do. He tends to disappoint late in the season, but he is always a good regular season opponent. Um, but Savon's got this team built. He's got Tua where he wants him, and he's got lots of weapons to throw the football to. He does have a rookie tight end, Brevin Jordan, missing, but he's got Mike Gesicki to step in, who's an X factor now. So, you know, quite easy shoes to fill there. I'm gonna take Savon to win. I think that Drop gets a little ahead of himself sometimes. I think
Yeah,
I think that Savon's gonna win this game, probably by 14 to 20
I got.
points.
I think Savon. Um, I think he's gonna like toy around with Drop for a bit. Figure out his game plan and everything. And then I think by the second half, Savon's just gonna come out like firing. Gonna
Yeah,
totally obliterate him.
it's a good prediction. I think that Drop's got some work to do on both sides of the ball. He tends to not finish games very well either. He doesn't. He's not a good second half player. Um, Next we have the Redskins and the Bears. It's the other game of the week. Both these teams 2-1. Who did the Bears lose to? Was it week 1 versus the Lions? Was that?
Um,
Yeah, it was week 1 versus the Lions. He lost 19-13. Gave up 10 points in the fourth quarter. He put up 63 on Herc last week though, so I would say that he's got the offense where he needs it to be. They are humming, and that defense is playing so good even without Roquan. Skins was a heavy run team last Madden, and now a heavy pass team this Madden. So that's a little hard to figure out, but he's playing well. He's leading his division, I believe. Um, I know that definitely you're pulling for Chris to win this game. But
oh yeah, I would. Yeah, I'd like Chris to win. I think he will win. Um, Bears is just like I don't know what he's doing. Traded Roquan Smith. That's like probably the worst move.
I'll never understand it.
Um, but yeah,
I
I'm
guess because he
glad.
didn't want to pay him, but it's whatever.
I could
Bears
see
cap
that, but
Bears cap situation is fucked as well. So um, I think Chris is going to win this game. I think he's going to dominate because Washington is so one-dimensional with the passing game.
yeah,
That and the Bears have good DBs, and he's built some real nice corners as well. He's got a bunch of really young guys that he built up. Won some awards last year, so I'll take the Bears to win this game pretty handily, probably by a few scores, maybe 14, something like that. I'm guessing you think about the same.
oh yeah, my bad. Yeah, I got Bears winning by maybe like 14, 17 points.
All right, next one could have
Darnell
been
Mooney.
yeah, Darnell Mooney, but he's his third guy in his lineup right now. Terrence Marshall and Rondell Moore have been killing it. Moore had 221 and 2 scores last week.
Yeah, he's just building up his offense. That's what he's
He's
doing.
still got Chuba Hubbard and rookie Jamie Newman too. So his offense, it's good now. It's full of rookies, but man, it is going to be scary in 3 to 4 years.
Yeah. Chris knows he can't win now,
Yeah.
but he's building
Um,
up for it.
I think that he's going to compete definitely. Rams and Titans. This one could have been the game of the week. Titans are 2-1. Rams are 1-2. Rams played okay. Um, he's playing about how he played last year, just not very consistent. Twan played very good his first 2 weeks, and last week was blown out of the water. Probably overconfidence is one way to start it. And Baker Mayfield, his new starting quarterback, is dog shit, and that's putting it nicely. He threw 6 picks, and a few of them were just really, really bad, inaccurate passes. So I think he needs to get back to the run game. Run with Derrick Henry. Man, if I had a Derrick Henry, I would run the ball 45 times a game with him, bro. Like,
So I did with Barkley. Or
he's
started doing with him again.
he's got 98 fucking stiff arm and like 94 truck, and he's got tank ability, and he's got the arm bar ability. He's like fucking ridiculous. You know what I mean? So I don't know what he's doing, not running the ball more. If you're the Rams, I think the only way you're going to have a snowball's chance in hell to win this game is to put conservative tackle on and control the football on offense. That's what I did. Jordan Love actually played very well. He had 17 of 18 passing, finished the game 15 straight completions. Those little short dink and dunk passes open up for you to throw 40-yard bombs to Jalen Waddle and things like that. So I think that Twan will win this game. I think he will make adjustments as he always does. I would expect him uh, to blow Antonio out of the water because Twan will be playing pissed, and Antonio's not a bad user at all.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, I mean, Rams is a good user. I know him. Um, Twan's a good user too. But Twan sometimes, when he plays like users like Antonio, like low key users who are good, but like aren't like active in the chat. He usually doesn't do well. So I got Twan winning this game, but only by like 3 points.
I think that's fair. Your assessment's fair. I don't agree with the score, but the assessment's fair because um, Twan will get overconfident early. He won't run the football. He'll do a lot of passing. You know what I mean? And by the time he
Yeah,
realizes he needs to run the ball because he's in a real game, it'll be too late.
that's kind of what I did against Dwayne. Just throwing
It,
deep
it, it,
a lot.
it happens. People get overconfident, man. This is a new Madden. People that were not good, good or that were really good last year are not the same this year. Things are different. Um, Speaking of that, the final game, you got the Ravens at 2-1 versus the 1-2 Browns. Leslie was, winning his division and making the playoffs last Madden. Chap was my dark horse to win the bowl last year, just because of the way this Madden is played. And Chap plays very well. He blew the Steelers out 38-10 last week. I'm gonna take the Ravens to win this game. Lamar Jackson is no fun to play against, especially whenever you add change of direction and things like that into the game. He is ridiculous. So I'm gonna take the Ravens to win this game on the road.
Yeah, I got Ravens winning this game. Um, that offense is just amazing. So I got Chap
Yep.
winning by maybe 17 points.
He runs the ball with J.K. Dobbins too, and he still has Marquise Brown and Mark Andrews. You know what I mean? So he's got
Yeah.
some real weapons over there, and Devin Duvernay. So anyway, that's gonna conclude it for the predictions video. I appreciate you being here, eFly. Uh, Definitely looking forward to getting you in on more videos and getting other people in on more videos. If you're interested in doing one, make sure you let me know. My goal for this Madden was to get everybody to do one prediction video. I don't feel like that's that far-fetched, but we're really going to have to get people on it. I'm going to have to start scheduling and things like that. And people are going to have to buy mics. Drop
Maybe
it.
offer incentive or something like that.
I'm not. And people, maybe
Just
I
maybe
guess.
like a star
Plus,
upgrade to like a normal player
that
over 30 or something. I don't know.
it'll have to be something real low key, like plus
Yeah,
one attribute to any one player or something. You know what I mean? I don't know, but I have to get people in here to do more of these.
I mean, plus one speed would go a long way.
Well, we don't do speed, acceleration, or strength, but yeah, plus one change of direction. That makes a difference.
Yeah,
Anyway, but like I said, glad to have you here, bro. Definitely looking to doing that more. I'm rooting for you. You know that. I told everyone that Jags and Giants Super Bowl, so you gotta make it there. Well on my way. All right, and everybody get your games in and have a good day.